morning, hello and welcome to a very rainy Magic Kingdom today. I actually knew that it was going to rain and wanted to come and film the rain. I'm very well, how are you?
Yes, thank you.
Let the wet magic begin.
The Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade has been delayed. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause, and hope to begin the parade as soon as the weather allows.
Hopefully that means that we get to see the Rainy Day Parade today. From the rain forecast, it looks like it's going to rain for most of the day, which is fun. It's now about, well, it's just gone 2 o'clock, so that's why they're doing the announcement now. Hopefully if it keeps raining until 3 o'clock, we get to see the Rainy Day Parade, which I want to show you guys. Halloween is in full swing here. We have all the pumpkin scarecrows out, all the pumpkins on the buildings and the orange bunting and stuff, so it looks very, very Halloween-y. I'm not too worried about actually seeing Festival of Fantasy today because I have seen it the last 2 times that I've been to Magic Kingdom. If the Rainy Day Parade is on, it's not going to be on for another 55 minutes, so I'm just going to go ahead and pretend that the parade has already happened and I'm just enjoying my day. So I'm actually going to go to Carousel of Progress. I really enjoyed the last time I went on there and I just kind of want to sit and chill out and watch the show, so I'm heading there now. Unfortunately you can't film in there normally because it's like the bright screen in front of everyone else, but if it's quiet enough I'd like to film a couple of clips for you because they're not interrupting anyone else's show.
Welcome to Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. You're in for a real treat. The Carousel of Progress was Walt's own idea from beginning to end. He loved it. He introduced the show at the World's Fair in New York City in 1964, and it was an immediate smash hit. May the century begin.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a dream away.
Say, Mother, I was reading about a fellow named Tom Edison who's working on an idea for snap-on electric lights.
Electric lights? No more kerosene, no more gas.
Sarah sure gets to the core of the apple.
But we do have this new wash day marvel. Now it takes me only 5 hours to do the wash. Imagine, it used to take 2 days.
So there's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Mr. Edison sure added life to our home. Whoa there, you blow a fuse. Crap, that's the 3rd one this week. I buy fuses by the case. Uh-oh, and I've blown the whole neighborhood again.
He did it again! Go over and give that neighbor of ours what for?
Well, it's another Halloween here in the fabulous 40s. Everything is better than ever now, and we've got some amazing new wonders around the house to prove it. For instance, our refrigerator holds more food and ice cubes. And thanks to our automatic dishwasher, oh, I don't have to dry the dishes anymore after supper. Gives Rover and me more time to enjoy our evening stroll together. You hear that? My daughter Patty is using that old exercise machine she rescued from the attic. It was all the rage in the 20s. Grandma, of course, had to have one. Didn't work then, doesn't work now. Consistent at least. Makes a lot of noise and blows fuses.
As I was saying, Dad, I think college is really swell. You should give it a try. Oh, Patty, are you going to the Halloween party tonight? Oh, yes, and I'm hoping to lose a few more inches by then since I'm going with that dreamboat Wilfred. Wilfred? What a slug! He's coming as the headless horseman. It fits. Come on, Beth, that clodhopper Howard you're going with is no Cracker Jack prize.
What,
Any
turkey ruined. Man, what a game. I really smoked those guys.
But hey, as long as we're all here and happy and together for the holidays, who cares if I burned our Christmas turkey?
I do. I'm starving.
Don't worry, Dad. Someday everything's going to be so automated you won't ever have to cook another Christmas turkey again.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a dream away.
Man has a dream, that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. And when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
It is now coming up to 3 o'clock, which is my time to get a spot for the Rainy Day Parade, hopefully. It is still raining, thank goodness. So, fingers crossed, if I get a spot on like Main Street or something, I'll be able to watch the Rainy Day Parade today. I might see if there's a cast member who knows if it's on or not, but we'll see. Ooh, there's a big raindrop. Okay, so I've had confirmation that it is the Rainy Day Parade and I can hear it coming, so I've got a spot right in front of Cinderella Castle because no one else is here. It's great.
But stay right where you are as the Magic Kingdom proudly presents our Rainy Day Cavalcade.
Yay! The British car. I am now very, very hungry, but I don't know what I want for food. I'm thinking quick service. I don't want to have chicken parmesan pasta because I've had that now 3 times very recently. So I don't know. I'm lost. Tacos bill maybe? Maybe table service? I want to treat myself. Treat yourself. So I was just talking to the lovely host outside the Liberty Tree. I can't decide what I want. That's all you care to enjoy at Liberty Tree. It's also all you care to enjoy at the Diamond Horseshoe just here. But she was also telling me about a chicken parmesan sandwich that they do in Pecco's Bill. So I don't know what I want. Or I could go to Tony's. I can't decide. I've decided that I'm gonna stroll to... Oh, I thought I decided. No, I just changed my mind. I can't decide on anything today. I am pretty hungry, so I think I'm actually gonna go for table service over quick service. This is the dilemma I'm going through in my life. I might pop into Skipper Canteen and see what the wait time is, because they have a really good beef pasta here. The wait was only 10 minutes, so I decided on Jungle Skipper Canteen. My fave. Now I am torn between the tastes like chicken because it is Skip's beefy baked pasta and the curried vegetable cruise stew. I've had those two before, but not this one. I asked my server. Turns out I got the beefy pasta. I was actually kind of hoping for this, so I'm kind of happy. Oh, I'm all fogged up. That was a nice little lunch. The beefy pasta I had was really, really nice. When I first went to Skipper Canteen with Gary in June last year, that beefy pasta was very different. But I actually kind of like it now. It's like a lasagna. Oh, no. The air conditioning is not liking my camera right now that I'm outside. I'm now heading to Peter Pan's flight to go and enjoy my fast pass. I have about 10 minutes in which to use it. Then I have my fast pass for... It's a small world, maybe? I keep forgetting what fast passes I have. Really, I should remember. You know it's a quiet day when you're not actually waiting in line for Peter Pan's flight in the fast pass line. Normally there's so many fast passes going for Peter Pan's flight that you have to line up when you get to Peter Pan's flight, but that's not the case today, which is nice.
Watch your step.
I've actually decided to head out of Magic Kingdom now because it's busy and I wanted to stay for fireworks, but it's currently 5 hours away and I don't want to wait here for 5 hours just because it's quite busy. The wait time's quite long. I can just come back in a couple of weeks when it's quieter, so I'm going to do that. Whilst I'm not staying in Magic Kingdom, I don't want to go home, so I'm thinking about going somewhere, preferably by monorail. I don't really know where. I might go to Epcot. I don't want to go to Animal Kingdom. I don't want to go to Hollywood Studios. Both of those parks are quite busy right now. I think I'm going to make my way to Epcot, and then if I don't fancy staying in Epcot, I can head home from there. But I have not yet decided. I think I'm probably going to get on the monorail and be like, oh, I should have gone there. That's what I do on these types of days.
Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
You should have that on the other way. But also, we took this weekend, they took like the lighting was
Welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Express monorail to the Transportation and Ticket Center. Polynesian Village.
Okay, so if you take the Express monorail, you can use this little thingy-majiggy here to go straight over to the Epcot platform and take the monorail to Epcot. Look at that timing.
Stay clear of the doors. The monorail will depart momentarily for Epcot. Thank you. Beyond the trees ahead, and to the right-hand side of our forward motion, is Spaceship Earth. This 18-story geosphere marks the entrance to Epcot. Up behind Spaceship Earth is Innoventions. Inside this hands-on area, you can explore and interact with the ever-changing technologies and products for everyday living in the near future. At Test Track, you can experience the exhilaration of test driving a vehicle on the longest and fastest ride ever created for Walt Disney World. Coming into view is World Showcase. Directly across from us on the far shore of the World Showcase Lagoon is our host pavilion, the American Adventure. We're approaching the Epcot monorail station. Smoking is not permitted at Epcot except in designated areas. Please consult your guide map or ask a cast member for locations.
Hello, how are you?
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, as I mentioned in my Epcot As We Know It vlog, a lot of this is likely going to change. So, for example, the Leave a Legacy monuments that they basically have people's faces on. They had a celebration where you could purchase a square and then have your face put on the Leave a Legacy thing. I've had a couple of friends who have like their family members on here and stuff like that, but the Leave a Legacy I think was only promised for like 50, not even 50 years. It was promised for a number of years, but that promise is now since passed, so the likelihood is that these will be going. There's no guarantees, and they don't even know what's coming yet, so, well, we don't know what's coming. I'm sure Imagineering do. As you probably know with me, I just don't have a plan. Just looking at the 11,324 triangles that make up Spaceship Earth. Spaceship Earth looks like it's got a reasonable weight, so I might just travel back in time with Dame Judi Dench.
The platform is moving at the same speed as the time machine vehicle. Please take small children by the hand and watch your step onto the moving platform.
The smell of this ride is everything. It's just like,
your hands, arms, feet, and legs.
It's like a nice old smell.
Watch your children.
I don't know how I can describe it. It's like it's got almost got like a bit of a smoky smell because of the Library of Alexandria scene.
And please watch your children. Well, we can put your time travel work. Now locate the monitor overhead to the right. Make sure your face is clearly visible and wait for the flash. Good. Sending photo to the future. All systems are go. Linking you now to your guide.
Since the dawn of recorded history, we've been inventing the future one step at a time. So let's travel back in time together. I'll show you how our ancestors created the world we know today. At this point, each civilization has its own form of writing, which none of the others can understand. But the Phoenicians, who trade with all of them, have a solution. They create a simple common alphabet to most languages. Remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs?
Thank the Venetians.
In 1450, Gutenberg invents the movable type printing press. Now knowledge can travel as fast as these new books, and travel they do. Books make it easier to invent the future in every field.
I'm really enjoying relaxing on Spaceship Earth, so much so that because it's quiet, I might ask when I get to the bottom if I can go again.
Your time machine is rotating backward for your return to Earth. In preparation for your return to Earth, your time machine is now rotating backward. Please remain seated.
They said yes, so I'm going again. Woo! And I managed to get a fast pass for Journey to Imagination at 5:25 and then Frozen at 6:35. So which means as soon as I get off this, I can go on to Journey to Imagination with Figment and then hang out for a bit and then go on Frozen! Yay! One really cool thing is that once you've done it once and then you go again, your eyes have adjusted to the dark. I can see so much more second time round than I can first time round. It's really cool. I know you can't see me, but still. Also on Spaceship Earth, they like to reuse animatronics from old attractions. This is a former president. If you're looking for a hidden Mickey, there's one. Now we're coming towards the Library of Alexandria. There's a hole in the wall just here, and if you stick your nose in it and breathe, you get a nice big smoky smell.
The Library of Alexandria in Egypt is burned. Much of our learning is destroyed, lost forever. Or so we think.
And if you ever wonder why you can't smell it the rest of the ride, it's because there's two massive vents up there that suck away the air. So the smell only stays in this room. You might recognise these two peasants animatronics from the the Carousel of Progress. Now, some people ask why this steam engine isn't working. That's because it's an authentic steam machine, and it produces real steam because you can see the wear on the ceiling. So sometimes when it's not working, it's because they actually need to fix a real steam machine.
Hundreds gathered.
Now when you're in this scene at the top of the ball, you can sort of see that there's a black formation that goes up on the way up to there. There was actually originally plans to add more to this attraction because they had the space to. They just never did.
Is now rotating backward.
So you can see as you go down, if you look backwards whilst you're going down, you can see that there's like a flat bit where they could have expanded this if they wanted to. I suppose they still can. I'm going to go and use my fast pass for Journey to Imagination with Figment. I then have about 45 minutes for my fast pass for Frozen, so undecided as to what I'm going to do just yet. I only had a late lunch, so I'm not too worried about having dinner, but I do want some ice cream of sorts. Thank you.
chairman of the Imagination Institute. On your tour, you'll see how the 5 human senses can help capture your imagination.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the Figment of imagination.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. Taste my chicken. Can I go? Please, please, please.
No, I don't want you out of my sight.
Out of sight? Okay. Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Figment, you are not to interfere with the tour. Left ear, right ear. Left, right. What? This is odd. Hello?
Hello.
Who is this?
It's Figment.
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you've got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
Now, all together, if you would please read line 3 and hit.
With F-I-G-M-E-N-T, you can see things differently. Sure, you can see with your eyes, but imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. Your mind sees more than what your eyes see. Your sense of sight can make your fancy fly. There's more to sight than meets the eye. Now, here's a real open house. Come on in. So, what do you think? Is it me?
More than you can imagine.
But Doc, it's exactly what I imagined. Imagination is the brain's open house.
We all have sparks.
Imaginations. That's how our minds create creations.
We set them free and know what they can do. Those magic sparks from me and you. And so, as you can plainly see, imagination works the best when it's set free.
You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast.
Right at the start of everything that's new, one little spark lights up for you. And now we invite you to set your imaginations free in the Image Works.
Hooray!
Just need to kill 35 minutes, which I can do. Also, next to Club Cool, there's this walkway. It's air conditioned, and there's plugs here if you want to have a nice sit down, air conditioned deliciousness. It smells a bit funny, but aircon. I'm just going to pop into Disney Traders over here on the left hand side towards Mexico and swap out my fuel rods. I haven't swapped them out in a long time and I'm like, oh, I can't charge my batteries, and every time I'm at a fuel rod station I'm just like, get the next one, I've still got battery, which is obviously counter-effective. Also, if you haven't been here in a while, you may also notice that the Mexico temple looks slightly different. It's actually been painted. It's got a new colour scheme. my Frozen Fast Pass, so I'm heading next door to Norway for an adventure. I was about to go on Frozen, however Frozen is unfortunately frozen. Elsa must have got a little bit over-controlled with her ice powers, and now the ride's frozen. We'll hopefully pop back at, I'd say we, me and you, hopefully pop back at another time later today, because if your Fast Pass doesn't work, then you have the option to come back and use it later if the attraction opens again. I just bumped into John Cozart, who's another YouTuber who does loads and loads of Disney stuff. He's a sweet guy. I will link him below. I have no idea what I'm going to do now. Frozen was like the only thing I had planned. This is the one part of World Showcase, so I'm just like, nope, not here for it. Oh, God, it's so loud. Okay, I'm just passing the American Pavilion. I don't think I'm hungry enough to get ice cream. And I know that's like blasphemy, but at the same time, I treated myself today. I had a lovely lunch at Canteen, and I also had a very nice tostado. Sorry, I just butchered the Mexican language. Tostados. Si? Bueno? No bueno? You tell me below. I'm just gonna stroll around and make my way out, I think. So I have made it pretty much around the whole world. I've now ended up in Canada. And this is where I'm gonna call it a day, actually, because I've had a lovely day. Days in the parks by myself are like some of my favourite days, because I just get to do what I want to do. Don't have to comply with anybody else. So I've had a lovely time. A little bit worn out, severely dehydrated. Haven't drunk enough water today. Learn from me, kids. Hydration is important. But I will see you next time, so please like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to see all my future stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.